There's $30 trillion with a T, 30 trillion controlled by advisors. And when I say controlled, I literally mean controlled, meaning the person who gave it to the advisor doesn't make the decisions anymore. Those advisors make the decisions, and they happen to be primarily, not that there aren't some good young advisors, but primarily they're of a certain age and experience level, and ETFs are their go-to tool. Now there's the sinister side, which says this is a Trojan horse, and this is, hey, let's suck all the Bitcoin into these boomer wrappers, and then Max Keiser's out saying, and then we're going to seize it all. Look, if you read the fine print, I mean, it technically is possible. That is one of the risks that people have to talk about.
Today, we have Morgan Creek Capital's Mark Yusko giving us an update on the crypto market and why we're about to see an absolute parabolic price surge in the coming weeks. Yusko believes that the coming bull run will be unlike anything we've seen in recent history. The SEC's approval of the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF application is signaling a massive surge of capital about to come into the space. Bitcoin is sitting just above 46,600, down over 7% in the last 24 hours. We've seen many rapid cryptocurrency price rises in the last few weeks. Yusko points out that just 1% of BlackRock's portfolio will open this floodgate to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars in institutional capital. When this happens, he says we'll witness a 400% increase in Bitcoin alone, targeting a $150,000 price. The Bitcoin halving coincides with the timeline for this price, so we could see the biggest crypto surge yet in just a matter of months. Let's get right into the latest interview with Mark Yusko as he gives us his crypto price predictions and timeline for Bitcoin and what we can expect in the days and weeks ahead. Don't forget, our partners at Jamie Tree Finance have launched a daily 5-minute crypto newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part, it's absolutely free, which will cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news that you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 5,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
It is their number one tool. It's not mutual funds, it's not stocks and bonds, it's not treasuries, it's not cash, it is ETFs. And so to be able to own the greatest diversifying asset in the history of assets, just let that sink in for a second. There are a lot of diversifying assets, commodities, hedge funds, private equity, venture capital, a lot of diversifying assets. When you add them to the portfolio, your Sharpe ratio goes up, your risk goes down, your return goes up. Bitcoin is the greatest diversifying asset ever. Over 15 years, it's got 0.0 correlation to bonds, 0.15 correlation to stocks. You add it to your portfolio gets better. If you would have gone back a year ago, you would have said zero chance of a Bitcoin ETF. After 9 years of trying and everybody, and I actually started tweeting maybe 9 months ago that it was going to change because BlackRock was going to get approved. And everybody's like, they haven't even entered the fray. They haven't even, like, just trust me.
Said it here.
BlackRock is going to be first. And I actually said, and I said this right up until Friday, that they were going to be the only one. I actually believed that the SEC would kingmake, right? I believed that they would defer. And Hunter and I talked about this, that look, we own little pieces of Bitwise, and we own little pieces of Amun, which is part of 21 shares. So I really wanted them to get approved, but I didn't think they were going to. I thought that they were going to play favorites and give all of it to Uncle Larry. And I'm glad I was wrong, because it's way better to have an open free market. And 11 on 11 is kind of cool. But I think what changed is a couple things. A bunch of 2x4s to the head by the courts. So that certainly changed.
A lot of credit to Grayscale. lot of credit
Yeah,
to
a lot of credit to Grayscale, and look, there's been a bunch of other things that have changed. Now there's the sinister side, which says this is a Trojan horse, and this is, hey, let's suck all the Bitcoin into these boomer wrappers, and then Max Keiser's out saying, and then we're going to seize it all. Look, if you read the fine print, I mean, it technically is possible. That is one of the risks that people have to talk about. That's another narrative that's out there. On the ETH, I don't think it's coming because there's no catalyst for GG to give in on that one.
Yusko reassures that a long-expected surge awaits, leading up to the highly anticipated 2024 halving event for Bitcoin. Embracing an unyielding enthusiasm for the crypto realm, Yusko confidently predicts that explosive growth looms on the horizon, as BlackRock and many other crypto giants are doing just that. And while he maintains a bullish price prediction for Bitcoin, he discusses why this is unlike anything we've seen in history.
Most people don't really understand the difference between big B Bitcoin and little b Bitcoin, right? The token, as much as I don't really care for his tone and his manner, he's right. The token, right, is a speculative asset. It is. It is an asset that can be bought and sold and doesn't generate income and all these things that they say. But what's missing from that is big B Bitcoin is the greatest computer network in the history of mankind. And it is the new base layer of money, right? It is. Triple entry accounting is an innovation. Fire, electricity. I mean, there aren't that many others, really. I mean, triple entry accounting is an amazing movement. And what I think is just hard for people to understand until you have that aha moment. And all of us and everybody listening is fortunate, right? We're lucky because we had that aha moment. We had that epiphany where you can see it. And once you see it, you don't unsee it. Once you understand that single entry accounting, which persisted for thousands of years, was a pretty tough system because it was entirely corruptible, right? If I keep a ledger and I lend you guys money, I can change the books because I might not be a trustworthy person. So the Medicis 838 years ago came along and said, you know what? 2 entries is better than 1. 2 ledgers better than 1. And we, the benevolent, not so, Medicis, for a small fee, will provide trust. We will make sure that, no one changes their books. But the problem is, it turned out they were corruptible, right? I lend money to Hunter. He comes back a year later to pay me back. I've gone to the Medicis and said, guys, I'm going to change my number from 100 to 2, and I'll give you half. And they're like, done. So Hunter comes back with the 110. He's like, here, I'm like, oh, Hunter, 200. He's like, hey, Medicis. They're like, Hunter, you must have written the number down wrong. We're so sorry. So triple entry now says, nope. Mark wrote the number, Hunter wrote the number, and a permanent, immutable truth. Truth is better than trust. Just is. And so as we migrate all of it, right? All assets in the world, all $700 trillion of assets eventually migrate to truth from trust. That's a really big deal. Look, there are big firms, and I won't name names. One where I have a family harmony account because my brother-in-law is an advisor. I've tried for years to buy everything, including Hunter's product, and they're like, nope. It says crypto. No, absolutely not. There's another firm, again, won't name names. If you made your money in crypto, they won't take you as a client. That all changes today. All of that.
JP Morgan.
That all goes away. And this really isn't about the movement. You'll take me, thank you. This isn't about the shift of deck chairs on the Titanic, like all the naysayers, want to say. There's 30 billion on the low end. That's 10 basis points over the next few months. I actually think it's 10 times that. I think it's 300 billion. That's one. That's a 1%. Because what's going to happen at these firms, the model, right, the house model is going to say 1%. You got to have 1%. So now if you're an advisor, you don't have a choice.
The crypto market is poised for a meteoric surge in prices. He illustrates Bitcoin's current undervaluation, drawing in investors and enticing speculators eager to ride the waves of 2023's price fluctuations in pursuit of profits. Yusko's outlook is fueled by the impending wave of mass adoption, which he believes presents an unparalleled opportunity to get in on the action. He sees the race toward a six-figure price target set to unfold in just under a year. What's more, he highlights the intriguing historical pattern of Bitcoin's value surging 10x with each halving event, hinting that 2024 could catapult Bitcoin from $10,000 to an unbelievable $100,000. What do you think about Mark Yusko's prediction for Bitcoin, the crypto market cap, as well as the institutional capital pouring into the space? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next video.